Alright, so this section is not only about transforming, but also identifying conic sections, which is what these are called. So what we're going to do is there's something called, let me find it in my book real quick, general second degree equation. The general second degree equation. And this general second degree equation is what you might find your parabola in. Ax squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Well, that's a horrible f. Whatever. F equals 0. This is a general second degree equation. And if you don't see, say you were trying to graph a circle and you get this instead of x squared plus y squared equals r squared, and you don't know it's a circle, or you're trying to, you're going to be graphing an ellipse, but it doesn't come in that exact equation that you're looking for, you're going to get something like this. Now these a, b, c, and d are not variables. What they are is they're representing numbers. So when you can't combine like terms, you're going to be putting it out like this. So 4x squared cannot be added to 5xy. So you're going to be putting it into this format. And then what you do once you get this is you're going to get what's called the discriminant. If you guys remember in the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is the quadratic formula, and this right here is the discriminant. This is the discriminant. What you're going to be doing is for every conic thing that comes in this formula, you're going to be getting the discriminant. So you're going to get b squared minus 4ac, and then you're going to be able to figure out what type of conic section it is. So our practice problem for this one is going to be 4x squared plus y squared minus 8x minus 8 equals 0. So the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to find our different points. We need to find a, b, and c. So a equals 4. Look at that. B equals, wait a minute, but there is no xy, so that means that b is equaling 0, because 0 times x times y is 0, so they didn't even write it down. So b equals 0, and then we need to get c as well. C equals 1, because you can put 1 right here. C equals 1. So we have our a, our b, and our c. And now we are going to write the discriminant. The discriminant would be 0 squared minus 4 times 4 times 1. 4ac, b squared minus 4ac. 4 times 4 is 16. 0 squared is 0. 0 minus 16 is negative 16. Our discriminant is negative 16. And now you're going to be able to find out what type of conic section it is by knowing what the discriminant is. So these are the rules, and you just need to learn this. And it's probably going to be annoying, but you're just going to have to learn it. Here we go. I'm going to write it right here. If it is less than 0, this number right here, which is the discriminant, if it is less than 0, and b equals 0, and a equals c, then it is a circle. Got it? So if this is less than 0, b equals 0, a equals c, it's a circle. So let's see. Negative 16 is less than 0, but b does not equal, b equals 0, and negative 16 is less than 0, but a does not equal c, so it is not a circle. Let's move on. We have, if it is less than 0, And either B does not equal 0, or A does not equal C, then it is an ellipse. Look at that. This is, let's see, this is less than 0, B does equal 0, or A does not equal C. A does not equal C. It is an ellipse. Even though B does not equal 0 because it is an either or. Got it? So we know that this is an ellipse. I'm going to show you the rest of them, but for this one we know that this right here, R given, is an ellipse. And we're going to use that to graph ourselves an ellipse in just a moment. If it equals 0, it's a parabola. And if it is greater than 0, it's a hyperbola. Hyperbola. Whatever. Got it? This you're just going to have to memorize. It's annoying, but just going to have to memorize this key concept right here. You're taking the discriminant and you are figuring out if it is a circle, an ellipse, a parabola, or hyperbola. Alright, so now what are we going to do next? The next thing we need to do is we need to take this and turn it into our ellipse form. If you guys remember, that is x squared over a or b squared plus y squared over a or b squared equals 1. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just start getting this problem. We're going to do something for this one. It's going to be completing the square to turn it into our original equation. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it over here. And the first step we're going to do is we are going to move 8 to the other side and just move a couple of things around. So I'm going to change it to 4x squared minus 8x plus y squared equals 8. All I did was put these in parentheses and I moved 8 to the other side. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take out 4 from here. So now we have 4 times x squared minus 2x plus y squared equals 8. And then our next step is we are going to complete the square, which is 4x squared minus 2x. Then we have plus b over 2 squared. But we also have to put that on the other side, which is 4 times b over 2 squared because we took out 4. Let's make this clearer, my bad. Got it? So we have our b squared and then our b over 2 squared because negative 2 is b, 2 over 2 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. So we know that that is 1 and then we can write that down. So we have 4x squared minus 2x plus 1 parentheses plus y squared equals 8 plus 4 times 1, which is just 4, but we're going to put it anyways. Alright, and then the next thing we have is we are going to use, because we have completed the square, we're going to complete the square, which is 4x minus 1 squared plus y squared equals 12. Then we're going to divide this entire thing by 12. Everything by 12 so that we can make this outside thing 1 because it's an ellipse. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to divide everything by 12, and when we divide everything by 12, we are going to get this. And then we simplify. I'm going to write our simplified version over here. 4 over 12 is equal to 1 over 3. Right? Yes. 4 over 12 is equal to 1 over 3. So we have x minus 1 squared over 3 plus y squared over 12 equals 1. Boom! It's in ellipse form, and that is incredibly easy to graph by looking back in this videos to find, hey, how do I graph an ellipse? just do what you do for an ellipse. So what we did is we took a general second degree equation. We found what was the discriminant. We found that it was an ellipse. We then used completing the square to turn it into the ellipse format. For some of them you might have to use other stuff than completing the square. This one, completing the square, was easy. You might have to use something else, but for this particular one, this worked like a charm. So, that is general second degree equations, and that is our lesson. So, thank you guys. That's it.